So I'm heading into the hospital to do a sleep study. And for those who don't know, what the heck is a sleep study? Well, you go into the hospital, you stay all night. They take your biorhythms, all your rhythms, your pulse oximeter, your respiration. And what they're really looking for is sleep apnea. And sleep apnea can be a cause for reduced oxygen in the blood, although I don't have sleep apnea when I'm awake, and I suffer low blood oxygen when I'm awake. But we're going to rule it out, and probably I do have it. I had a sleep study before, and they found it, so probably they'll find it again. But anyway, that's what I'm doing tonight, and we'll keep you posted. So we're pulling into the hospital parking lot. You'll notice the first part of this parking lot is completely vacant. And that's because the county doesn't allow anyone to spend the night on county property. They're afraid the homeless will take up residence and, well, they just don't want that. Or that people are coming up to do skiing and they'll sleep in their cars, and they don't want that. Now, I did a drive-through here just a minute ago, and I noticed that this tractor operator is driving like a lunatic. So I'm going to give him plenty of room before I park my car. I just don't want to get hit. The security guy told me if I park in the main lot, they call the main lot the one right across from the emergency door room, then I'd be all right spending the night. So that's where I'm going to park. So I'm at the hospital in the waiting room, pretty nice waiting room, waiting for them to come and get me for this crazy sleep study. $3,000 some $100, $4,000 almost dollars to do a sleep study. Pretty incredible, the cost of medicine. My understanding is if you go to almost any other country in the world, these kinds of bills just don't exist. But that's America, and we've got to accept what we have. So I don't know how much more they'll let me film, probably none. Knowing hospitals, they don't like the liability. So this might be the last message for the night. So it's 10:30, an hour after check-in, and they haven't come for me yet. Maybe I should feel lucky. Guess we'll see. Okay. So the sleep study people never showed up, and fortunately to the kind people at the hospital, they allowed me to stay here last night. It has just been pounding snow all night long, and it was going to be a very cool night in the van. Not sure what happened to the sleep study people. That's pretty irresponsible to make appointments and then not show up. But that's the way it goes sometimes. You just gotta accept it. Well, I survived the night. I guess most people do pretty well in the hospital. It wasn't that I had all the things that you get in a hospital. They don't have nurses checking in and waiting on you hand and foot, but at least I had a warm place to stay out of the cold. It was a blizzard last night. The car is just covered in snow. And the sleep study people, as far as I know, never did show up. We don't have any explanation about why they just decided tonight, or last night now, that it wasn't a good time for them to come to their appointment and strand me. You can imagine me, it was about 10:30 last night, an hour after they were supposed to be here, and nobody was there. And so this lady came up to me and she said, I'm the director of operations here, and we can't get a hold of the sleep study people. They're not answering. All we get is a message from them. And so there won't be any sleep study tonight. I'm sorry. And I really let her have it. I didn't scream at her, but I talked to her in very tough language. I talked about what the sleep study people had tried to do to me in the first place, which was they were insisting I see their own private doctor in order to get the workup for the sleep study after I'd already seen 3 of my doctors who had all worked me up and gotten me approved. They were insisting that I see this private doctor. It had taken, well, the only way I was able to get the study is one of my doctors called them on the doctor line because they didn't have the courtesy to call me back. And then after setting this date for the sleep study, I came up the night early. I spent the night in my vehicle in pretty cold climate, and just so I could be here, so I wouldn't miss it, because I felt it was that important. After all, we've been working at this now for a year. And then I get up here to find out that there won't be a sleep study. The people didn't show up. They don't have any explanation. They don't have any phone call or text or anything saying why they couldn't show up, nor do I, of course. So I guess the moral of the story, these things are going to happen to you in life. I was reading in one of the forums about this person, and a lot of really bad things that happened to them. They were in the differently abled portion, and they were talking about poor them, and the world was just pouring rain on them, and their lives weren't the way they wanted them to be, and couldn't things be better? And what I've got to do is I've just got to move on. This thing didn't work out, and I've got to figure out something else, because I can't keep coming up here and waiting for sleep study people that don't show up. It's not, in the first place, I'm not doing what I really want to do. I want to be in Arizona where it's warm. And I enjoy the Colorado mountains and the snow. It's a lot of fun to camp in the snow, but it's freezing cold. And so you do it while you have to do it. You do it because you have to do it. I have to do it. But I'd like to get my obligations here complete so I can move along. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move along. I may just, at this point, cease seeking this sleep study. Maybe it's not the right thing for me. Maybe something in the universe is telling me, don't do it, it's not worth it, it's not the right move. Find a natural way to heal yourself, and don't worry about this sleep apnea problem. So anyway, I appreciate you all sticking with me. It's kind of an interesting saga. I don't know how many of you have ever shown up to a hospital for a procedure, and then the people that are there for the procedure don't bother showing up or calling in or sending a text or anything. So it makes for a good story. My friend was talking with me on the cell phone last night, and I was lamenting my poor state in life, and he said, well, you got a lot of fodder for your new YouTube video. Right? It's great topic for a YouTube video. So if you like what you see, please press like. And tell me what you think. What do you think we should do with these sleep study people? And should I go back and try and get another one from the same people? I have to have it at altitude. That means over 9,000 feet. And there's only one sleep study company up here. So I'm kind of out of luck here. Or should I just blow off modern medicine and start looking for natural medicine? Really, this is horrific medical care in the wealthiest nation in the world. It's outrageous that people suffer this. And but as I say, it's all part of life. It's all part of the adventure. I'm going to get through this, and it's not the end of the whole world for me. And I don't want to make it sound like it is. It's just part of what you go through living in this crazy life of ours. So please leave your comments, and in addition, be sure to subscribe, especially if this is your first time here. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon. This is Tim Painter for The Van Life. Bye-bye.